Hello English learner, welcome to the best channel to learn and practice English. I'm Charlie. Today, your learning will be through a conversation between friends Mark and Lisa. Mark lives in the city and wants to know what it's like to live at the beach, where Lisa lives. It's a very rich dialogue for you to learn how to ask questions, give answers, and improve your English comprehension skills. So, pay close attention to the dialogues. After the audio, we will list and explain some important words and verbs from the story. We will also ask 3 questions about the story to see if you have grasped the content well. If you can't answer, just go back to the video and listen as many times as you want, okay? Let's get started.
Good to see you, Lisa.
Hi, Mark. Welcome to the beach. How was your trip?
It was great, thanks. The drive was long, but the scenery was beautiful. I saw so many amazing views along the way.
I'm glad to hear that. It's been a while since we last saw each other.
Yes, it has. I've been meaning to visit you for so long. I'm really excited to be here.
I'm excited to have you here too. So, what brings you to the beach this time?
Well, I've been thinking a lot about making a big change in my life. I've been feeling a bit overwhelmed by the city lately.
Oh, really? What kind of change are you thinking about?
I've been considering moving to the beach. I wanted to visit you to understand better what life here is like.
That's a big decision. I'm happy to help you figure it out. What made you think about moving to the beach?
I've always loved the ocean and the idea of a more relaxed lifestyle. The city is great, but it's so hectic and stressful sometimes.
I understand. The beach can be very calming and peaceful. What specifically do you want to know about living here?
I want to know everything. The pros and cons, the daily life, the community, and how different it is from the city.
You've come to the right place. I'll tell you all about it. Let's sit down and chat.
Sounds good. I've been looking forward to this conversation. I really need to make an informed decision.
Absolutely. I'm here to help. Let's start with the basics and go from there.
Perfect. I'm all ears. So, Lisa, tell me, how is it to live here by the beach?
It's wonderful, Mark. The sound of the waves is so calming, and the view is always beautiful.
That sounds amazing. But what about the daily life? What do you do every day?
Well, my days are pretty relaxed. I usually start with a walk on the beach. It's a great way to wake up and get some exercise.
That sounds nice. Do you ever get bored?
Sometimes it can be a bit monotonous, especially during the off-season when there are fewer people around. But I enjoy the peace and quiet.
I see. What about the weather? Is it always nice?
Most of the time, yes. But it can get very hot during the summer, and it can be quite windy. You have to get used to the sand blowing everywhere.
I can imagine. And how's the food here? Are there good restaurants?
Oh, definitely. The seafood is fresh and delicious. There are many small, family-owned restaurants with amazing food. You should try the fish tacos at the place down the street.
That sounds great. But what about the traffic? Is it as bad as the city?
Not at all. The traffic here is very light. You can get anywhere quickly, and there's no rush hour like in the city.
That's a big plus. How's the community? Are the people friendly?
Yes, the community is very close-knit. Everyone knows each other and helps out. It's like a big family.
That sounds wonderful. But do you miss your family in the city?
Sometimes, yes. It's hard being away from them, but we stay in touch, and they visit often. Plus, I can always go back to the city for a visit.
True. And what about the beach itself? Do you go swimming a lot?
Oh, yes. I love swimming and surfing. It's so refreshing to just jump into the ocean. It's one of the best parts of living here.
That sounds amazing. But do you ever miss the city life? The restaurants, the shopping, the nightlife?
Sometimes. The beach life is more relaxed and quiet. There's not as much to do in the evenings, and we don't have big shopping malls. but I don't mind it. I enjoy the simplicity.
I see. And what about the cost of living? Is it expensive?
It's generally cheaper than the city. Rent and groceries are more affordable. Plus, you don't spend as much on transportation since everything is close by.
That's good to know. I'm really considering this move. What do you think?
I think you would love it here. The beach life is very different, but it's wonderful. And since you work from home, it would be perfect for you.
Yes, that's true. I could work from anywhere. But I'm worried I might miss my friends and the city life.
I understand. It can be a big change. But you can always visit the city, and your friends can visit you here. Plus, you'll make new friends here too.
That's a good point. Do you want to walk on the beach while we talk?
Sure, let's go. I'll grab us some coffee first. Do you want anything to eat?
A coffee sounds great, thanks.
Returns with coffee. Here you go. Let's head to the beach.
So, what do you like most about living here?
I love the tranquility and the connection with nature. The sunsets are breathtaking, and there's something magical about living by the ocean.
And what do you like the least?
Probably the isolation sometimes. It can feel a bit lonely, especially during the off-season. And the wind can be annoying.
I see. But overall, you think it's worth it?
Absolutely. The pros definitely outweigh the cons for me. It's a different pace of life, but it's very fulfilling.
You've convinced me, Lisa. I think I'm going to make the move.
Really? That's great news, Mark. When do you plan to move?
I need to sort out a few things, but I think I can move in a couple of months.
That's fantastic. I can't wait to have you here.
Thanks. I'm excited about this new chapter in my life.
You're welcome, Mark. You're going to love it here. The beach has a way of making life feel simpler and more enjoyable.
I believe you. I'm looking forward to the calm, the good food, and the friendly neighbors.
And don't forget the beautiful sunsets and the sound of the waves.
Yes, that too. It's going to be a big change, but I think it's the right one.
I'm sure it is. And remember, I'm here to help you with anything you need.
Thanks. You've been a great friend.
Anytime, Mark. Welcome to your new home by the beach. Hey, Mark. Can you believe it's already been 3 months since you moved to the beach?
I know, time flies. It's been an incredible experience so far.
So, tell me, how are you finding life here?
Honestly, I love it. Working from home with the ocean view is amazing. It's so much more relaxing than the city.
That sounds wonderful. How's the work going?
It's going well. I feel more productive and less stressed. The sound of the waves is very calming.
I'm glad to hear that. And what about the beach? Are you enjoying the ocean?
Absolutely. I go for a swim almost every morning. It's the perfect way to start the day. And I've been trying out surfing too.
Surfing? That's awesome. How are you finding it?
It's challenging but fun. I'm getting better each day. Plus, it's a great workout.
I bet it is. And how about the local restaurants? Have you tried any new places?
Yes, I've been exploring a lot. The seafood here is fantastic. I love the fish tacos you recommended.
I'm glad you liked them. What do you think about the weather?
It's mostly great, but the heat can be intense sometimes. I'm getting used to it, though. I just make sure to stay hydrated and wear sunscreen.
Good idea. And what about outdoor activities? Are you doing any sports?
Yes, I've been running on the beach and playing beach volleyball with some locals. It's a lot of fun and a great way to meet new people.
That sounds perfect. I'm so happy you're enjoying it here.
Thanks, Lisa. I really appreciate all your help and advice. It made the transition so much easier.
Anytime, Mark. I'm glad you're settling in well.
Actually, I was thinking, would you like to come over for dinner at my place tonight? I'd love to cook for you and catch up more.
That sounds lovely. I'd love to. What time should I come over?
How about 7 p.m.?
Perfect. I'll bring a bottle of wine.
Great. I'm looking forward to it.
Me too, Mark. See you tonight.
See you tonight, Lisa.
So, what did you think of the conversation between Mark and Lisa? Did you notice the large number of verbs for you to practice? It's a dialogue with many questions, and learning to ask questions has greatly improved your English learning. So, if you enjoyed practicing English with this story, go ahead and like this video. But wait, the learning isn't over yet. Now I'm going to share some important words and phrases to improve your writing, speaking, and text comprehension skills. Let's continue. Do you ever get bored? Explanation. The word bored means to be uninterested or without interest in something. Synonyms. 1. Uninterested. 2. Weary. 3. Disinterested. Sentences using bored. She felt bored during the long meeting. The kids were bored because it was raining outside. He gets bored easily when there's nothing to do. I need to sort. Explanation. The word sort in this context means to organize or arrange items systematically. Synonyms. 1. Organize. 2. Arrange. 3. Categorize. Sentences using sort. I need to sort my clothes before packing. She will sort the documents by date. They decided to sort the books by genre. Sometimes it can be a bit monotonous. Explanation. The word monotonous means lacking in variety and interest, often resulting in boredom. Synonyms. Dull. Repetitive. Tedious. Sentences using monotonous. The lecture was so monotonous that many students fell asleep. Her daily routine became monotonous after a few months. The job can be monotonous, but it pays well. Now formulate an answer to each of these 3 questions regarding the dialogue between Mark and Lisa. Even if you don't remember everything, write the answer in your own way. This way, you will practice your writing in English. If you prefer, go back to the video and see the correct answers. Question 1. How was the road when Mark went to meet Lisa at the beach? Question 2. What did Lisa say when Mark asked about the weather at the beach? Question 3. What did Lisa bring for dinner at Mark's house? Did you like? And here's a tip. To speed up your English learning, watch this video as many times as you can. Preferably, watch it repeatedly, as this will help embed all the content in your subconscious mind, making learning easier. Remember, the more you practice, the faster your English will improve. So, take advantage of the comments section below and describe in your own way what you liked most about today's podcast. I'll see you in the next podcast. Bye.